the right spot. All right, welcome back to Between Bells. Baker, you know what they say about creativity, everyone? It's often contagious.
It is.
All right, and every time our chief senior executive chair, art correspondent, yes, I upgraded.
Yes.
Because we love her here. Cheryl McGinnis joining our show. We feel more creative ourselves. You always come looking fabulous. I know we weren't talking about, we're talking about something else, but your outfit is so wonderful.
Okay. It's my homage to Alexander McQueen.
Oh, right.
It looks very feminine and soft, but it's full of skulls.
I know, that's
Isn't
so
that great?
interesting.
So we've got a juxtaposition happening as we speak.
I love it. I love every bit. Okay, well, what we did have you on the show, or what we have you on the show today, is to talk about your most recent trip to the Bronx Museum. What did you find there?
I love the Bronx Museum. First of all, we are talking about the Boogie Down Bronx. 1981, this is where hip-hop, rap came out of. The Boogie Down Bronx was the place to be, the Grand Concourse. And believe it or not, I was there.
And we have video of you walking through the museum.
You were a young child.
I was in a stroller. My mom was in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Right.
So I love the Bronx Museum because what they do, different from other museums, I have to give them their props here. They are really a museum in the Bronx. The roots are in the Bronx, and you feel it from the minute you walk in that museum, yet they have a global reach. And to be able to keep that integrity of really sticking with their neighborhood and inviting the neighborhood in such a welcoming and warm way is really amazing. And at the same time, launching the careers of major artists, showing their work in a way that major curators, museum curators, independent curators, dealers go up to see what's called AIM, Artist in the Marketplace, every year to see the show and to see, kind of pick out who will be next. And they have an amazing eye for what's next, an amazing eye for the history of the Bronx, and just this whole kind of global art market.
Were there any particular pieces that really caught your eye that you were completely drawn to that really transformed your view?
Oh God, this show is so strong. Everybody has to go. First of all, I was there before it opened, right? I got there early, and everybody was in the museum. The neighborhoods in the museum. You have kids from camp. You have adults coming by. You have a group that were a special needs group, and they were doing an education for them. And as I walked around, what caught my eye a little bit were the way people were talking about the art out loud.
Really?
Because when I go to other museums, and when my son was little, guards would say, shh. And I'd say, no. This is not a church.
Yes.
You don't shush here. This is a conversation. Bronx Museum,
People are all talking.
They're talking to me. So what do you think of this? Wait, you look like you know what you think of this. It's like, yeah, I really don't know anything. But, and we got into all these conversations, but this one piece, there's this kind of like, what I call the chandelier piece. And you'll see, here it is, it's showing now.
Wow.
It just called to me these bells with these names on it. It's a memorial.
Oh, so is it hanging above you as you're laying down right here?
So you have to lay down to
No,
really...
you don't.
Oh,
you're not supposed to. That's me going to a museum. I want to see it from every angle. And other people were looking at it, and they're looking at me lying down thinking, man, this really...
I guess that's really interesting because I never really thought about that. But when you go to the museum to kind of look at it different perspectives, because I think we always look at it from a stand-up, like look at it straight on perspective.
We're all intimidated. But the artist want there's on that wall there was all the shadows from that piece. But then when I looked up, there was kind of like this figure, like a shell, like a conch shell or something. So I thought I would love to see that from the floor. And I just decided to lie down. I thought, okay, if the guards get upset, they'll tell me. And then the two people that was a mother and son together, and they laid down, and their observations changed the whole piece for me, because the son saw it as kind of like this meteor shower, and then I thought about the silver pieces in a meteor shower, how you'd see it at night, and that, of course, inspired this today.
Look at you, you're all inspired.
I just walk around inspired by people, really. I
Cheryl,
really
we
do.
gotta
By
take a trip
everybody.
with you to a museum.
Oh, you have to take a trip with me to the museum.
Yes.
It is fun. I'm so inspired by what you will say about the work.
But what I find so interesting, of course, is that there's so many museums here in New York. There's one here in Manhattan. There's the Met. There's the ones in Brooklyn. There's the one in the Bronx. Do you find? I mean, I guess I'm answering this question myself. But do you find a different perspective and different engagement in terms of how people are interacting with the art at different ones. So the fact that everybody's chatting at the Bronx one is totally different than how you're going to get at the Met, you know?
Absolutely. At the Met, everybody wants to be proper and everybody's at the Met. And it's like the Louvre.
Right, exactly.
And we're at the Met and we're going to behave a certain way. And at the Bronx, it's like, okay, we're in the Bronx. That people bring that.
Right.
But the museums themselves as brands, some are more welcoming than others. And no one is as welcoming as the Bronx. And I want to make a point quickly to our love your millennial audience, especially those living in New York. Get out of your neighborhoods. Go to the Lower East Side and eat pierogies. Get out of your. When I first came to New York, my notion was the whole city is my neighborhood, and you just being in the Bronx. First of all, the Grand Concourse is gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and you just get a feel of the people and the art, and it's just a different experience than just we all find a neighborhood to live in, but it's important to kind of get out and really explore that.
The 2, 4, and 5 trains do run up to Grand Concourse Street, so
Go get your pierogi, honey. All right, Cheryl, we love you. I can't even remember what new position she just gave you because she's
I'm a chair. I'm a chair.
Yeah,
the chair.
and I told him, he's like, well, I made her the CEO, and I was like, well, if we make her the chairman of the board, that's higher than the CEO.
We're running out of promotions for you,
Chair, I got one for you.
Which one?
Come to the museum with me.
All right. We can
Please
put that in
just
the
spend the
business
day.
card.
We will. Thank you for inviting us.
Cheryl McGinnis, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you
Love
so
you
very much.
guys.